Patrick Mahomes isn't one to sugarcoat it. 2024 was not the Chiefs' usual offensive blueprint. After an eye-popping 9-game win streak to open the season, Kansas City's attack turned noticeably more conservative, settling into shorter throws and fewer explosive plays. That approach carried them all the way to Super Bowl likes, only to have it exposed in the biggest game of the year. Now Mahomes has publicly vowed to course correct, promising a 2025 offense that looks more like the one that made defenses panic for years. Last year was abnormal, Mahomes told ESPN. We definitely want to push the ball down the field and push the ball into tighter windows this year. That's not empty talk. The underlying numbers from 2024 back up the diagnosis. Mahomes averaged just 6.8 yards per attempt, a career low, along with career lows in yards per game, yards per completion, and adjusted net yards per attempt. Even his longest pass topped out at only 54 yards, the shortest since his rookie season. Those are not small blips. They're signs the offense was throttled down. Why did that happen? A combination of factors. Injuries, most notably limiting the availability and explosiveness of veteran weapons, an offensive line that was inconsistent at times, and schematic choices that favored risk management over vertical aggression. The result was a lot of valuable, efficient football that nonetheless lacked the vertical jolt opposing defenses must respect. That conservative profile kept drives alive and wins accumulating, but it also left Kansas City vulnerable to a defense willing and able to get pressure and take away the intermediate game. In the Super Bowl, the Eagles did just that, and the Chiefs paid the price. Mahomes' pledge to push the ball into tighter windows signals an intent to reintroduce the kind of high-difficulty, high-reward throws that have long defined his playmaking. That's not about throwing reckless deep balls. It's about taking calculated shots, expanding route concepts, and getting receivers into positions where contested catches and yard after catch opportunities become part of the team's identity again. Put simply, the Chiefs need to be a threat to score quickly just as often as they are a threat to methodically march downfield. Execution will hinge on several moving parts. First, health. Keeping core playmakers on the field matters more than ever. Second, protection. The offensive line has to give Mahomes time to let routes develop and to take those tight window shots. Third, schematic balance. Andy Reid and staff must design concepts that put defenders in conflict, forcing them to respect both the screen game and the deep ball on the same series. Finally, Mahomes himself must blend his elite improvisational skill with disciplined pocket decision-making. He's the rare player who can do both. Fans and analysts will watch training camp and the early season game plans for proof. If Kansas City can reintroduce meaningful vertical elements without sacrificing efficiency, if they strike that thin line between aggressive and prudent, the Chiefs could look closer to their dominant selves. Mahomes' comments are a clear signal. Complacency isn't an option, and the team's identity will be sharpened in 2025. The blueprint is there. Now it's time to see if they can rebuild it into the kind of offense that once again forces opponents to fear every snap.